Good morning, guys. All right, we are already ready for Saxon Phonics Lesson 14. So we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, you guys already know what this is. This is our alphabet. And remember, how many letters do we have in our alphabet? That's right, we have 26. We have 26 letters, and they're made up of two kinds of letters, which are vowels and consonants. Very good. So what we're going to do is we're going to practice saying our alphabet while we squat up and down. But when we get to a vowel, we're going to do something different. We're going to go up and down between each letter. But when we get to a vowel, we're going to give a punch too. Are you ready? So you have to really think about it. All right, so we're going to start now. Our whole alphabet starts with a vowel. So we need to say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Very good. Nice warm up this morning. All right. So you are going to listen to the words that I say, and you're going to try to tell me the blend in the initial or beginning of this word, okay? So remember yesterday we talked about those consonant blends, and we learned that a blend are two letters that go together so well that it's hard to even distinguish between the two sounds because they sound like they blend together so well. So are you ready? So here we go. Our first one is plug, play, plant, plop. That's right. It starts with the pool sound or the pool blend. Very good. All right, our next one, sport, spot, spun, spoke. That's right, the sp blend. All right, how about snip, snap, sneak, snoop? Very good, like snail. How about stop, steer, step, stone? Good job. How about sleep, slug, slide, or slung? So, very nice job listening for those blends at the beginning of the words. All right, so we're going to look at some of our letters that we've learned. Are you ready? So far, I'm going to point at it and you're going to say the name. Ready? We have S, T, N, O, I, P, L, A, and Z. Very good. Let's try it one more time. S, T, N, O, I, P, L, A, Z. Good job. All right, guys. Our letter sound card slide is almost so full that we can hardly fit anything else on it, okay? So we're going to look and remember when I point at the letter sound card, I'm going to say the sound and you're going to echo it back to me, okay? Because we're going to practice doing that. Are you ready? So if I point on this one, I'd say I. And then I go to the next one. Ah. O. It. Ah. A. P. T. N. O. Z. And Z. Remember, it's a Z sound. It sounds like a Z instead, even though it says S. Remember, that's that voiced S sound, like in rows. Good job. Oh, we went back a slide. All right. So now you are going to listen to the words that I say and see if you can tell me the initial sound in this word. Are you ready? So if I say dip, dad, dot. Dip, dad, dot. They all start with what sound? Let's see if you're right. Are you ready? That's right. You hear the D sound. Today we are going to focus on the D sound. Put your fingers on your neck and say D, D, D. Did you feel the vibrations? D is a voice sound. It makes your vocal cords vibrate a lot so you can feel it very good. All right.
All right, you guys did an awesome job practicing that letter D sound. Now we're going to practice writing our letter D, okay? So when we start with the letter D, we start at the top. Remember, we always start at the top when writing our letters and go down. We never start at the bottom and work our way up. So we're going to start at the sky. We're going to go to the ground, hop back up, and make a big bump. Okay, you ready? Let's try that again. Start at the sky, go to the ground, hop back up, and make a big bump. Good job. Now our lowercase d is a little bit different. We're going to start at the sky, go to the ground, hop backwards for a bump. And what I always try to remember is when I'm reading and I want to figure out if it's a B or a D, I always think, well, D is turned backwards. He's not going forward. So I say, don't do that, D, because it's all those D words to remember. Are you ready? So let's try that again. Start at the top, go to the ground, hop backwards for a bump. Good job. One more time with both of them. Uppercase D, start at the sky, go to the ground, hop back up and give a big bump. Good job. Lowercase d, start at the sky, go to the ground, make a big bump backwards. Very good. And we're going to practice that a little bit more in our activity sheet. All right, so here are our letter cards now. We're just going to quickly say them because all we did was add our new letter today. Are you ready? So we have S, I, P, O, A, T, L, N, Z, and D. Good job. All right, and we're going to pause for a second because we're going to get to play an activity where we're going to get to make some words. So we're going to pause for just a second so I can pull it up. All right, here we go. So we're going to look at these letters and figure out, what words can I make from these letters? Can you guys think of any? Ooh, I see one right here. If I take my consonant, remember my consonants are blue and my vowels are red, and I pull up the Z, and what vowel could I add behind it? I could add my I, and now I have Z, it. What could I add at the end to make a word? That's right, I could add a P, and now I have the word zip. Good job. What if I just change the last letter to T? Now it's not zip, it's zit. Very good. Let's try another one. What if I take my letter P up here? So now I know my initial sound is P. Very good. Then I pull my vowel A up here. P, ah. What letter could I add at the end to make a word? Good job. I could add a T, and now I have at, pat. Very good. What if I change that ending sound to a D? Now I have add, pad. Very good. All right, and what if I change it to an N? I have pan. Good job. Let's do one more. What if I change that ending sound to an L? Now I have pal. Perfect. All right, we're going to make one more word. All right, what if I start with this letter, since it's our new letter? That's right, it makes the D sound. What if I add an O? D, aw. What letter could I add at the end of that to make a word? That's right, I could add the T, and now I have ot, dot, dot. Very good. All right. Good job making words. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on. Now look at all the letter sound cards that we have now. Our slide is almost completely filled up. So remember, I'm going to say the sound and you echo it back to me. Are you ready? So I'd say O, ah, A, T, Z, N, I, O, A, Z, I, S, D. Perfect. All right, so we're going to practice, remember, watching how we code some of these words. All right, we're going to practice coding these words all together. So the first thing that we're going to look at is we're going to remember what that we looked for with that suffix S. So do I have any suffixes in this word? I do. I have that S at the end, and so remember, we're going to make that separate. So I'm going to put a box around it so I know it's separate. So I've done my endings. Now I need to look and see if there's any other consonant work that I need to do. So do you notice anything about these consonants? That's right. There's the two L's together. And remember, when we sound something out, we don't say Those two L's, if they're the double and the same consonant, kind of blend together. So I don't need to read both of them. So I'm going to slash out one of them. All right. And then what's the last thing that we have to do? That's right. We need to find our vowel. So where's our vowel in this word? That's right. It's the I. And so that I, we just talked about it, had that double consonant behind it. So if it has a consonant, it's going to be closed. So that's going to be a short I for us. All right, and this word is so short, it's going to be so fast for us. Where's our vowel? Oh, but look. Behind it, it is completely empty. So it's a vowel without a consonant behind it. So it is open. It's like the doors are wide open. And since it's open, it's going to be a long vowel sound. So now we're going to, now that we've marked our words to code them how we're going to read it, we're going to read them together. So we have P, and we know this is going to be a short I, so I, O, S, P, ills. Pills, very good. How about this one? S, O. So, awesome. Awesome job, guys. All right, great job listening to us read those words. So in the next couple days, depending on when your small group is, we are going to be reading a book in small groups, okay? And we're going to be looking at some of the things that you will see, okay? So when we look right here, we're going to read this sentence. It says, I said no, okay? What marks do you see in this sentence that you might not honestly recognize? That's right. You see these little two marks around the word no, and those are called quotation marks. And what quotation marks do is they tell you exactly what someone's saying. So if you see quotation marks, it means that person is saying that exact thing, okay? So in this way, you're saying, I said no, and so no is exactly what you're saying. What other marks do you see? That's right, you see a period, which tells you it's the end of a sentence, so it's complete. It has that capital in the period. You also see a comma, and remember that comma tells us it breaks apart different parts of the words or parts of a sentence that tells us a place where we can kind of pause. And it has an exclamation mark, and an exclamation mark means that you really mean it, like you're emphasizing that. So when it says, I said no, it means that you really mean no. Good job. All right, so here is the book you're going to read. At the top, you can say this is our title of the book. You can look and see that there's capitals, just like our name. A book title needs capital letters too. Do you see any blends in the title? That's right. We can see right off the top, we have that PL, which says pool. So the title of our book is going to be Plan and Toss. So we see a blend right in the beginning of our book. All right, so we're going to get ready to go ahead and do our practice our skill that we learned today. All right, great job, guys. Good morning, guys. All right, we're ready to do our activity sheet for lesson 14 on Saxon phonics. So remember, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so I can write a little bit easier. And today the letter and sound that we focused on was D for D, like dog. So what we're going to do is we're going to practice making that uppercase D again. Remember, we start at the top, go all the way to the ground, hop back up to the top, and make a big bump. Okay, for the uppercase D. For the lowercase d, we're going to start at the top, go straight down, and then we bump backwards. So make a bump backwards. Let's try that one more time. Start at the top, go all the way to the ground, hop back up, make a big bump. Start at the top, go to the ground, make a backwards bump. Very good. All right, on number 1, I'm going to say the sound. You're going to repeat the sound. Then we're going to say the letter and write it down, okay? So if I say I, you say I, then we say I and write it down. But what kind of I is it? That's right, it's short, so I need to make that breathe. On number 2, A. A, very good. What kind of A? Short A. Number 3, I, so that long I sound. Number 4, O, O, O. So we're going to write it down, but it's got to have that long O, macron above it. Okay, number 6, P, P, P. Very good. Number 7, L, L. Sorry, number 6. Number 7, S, S. Let me write S. Good job. Number 8, we're going to say A, but to make it say A, we got to make sure we put that long vowel macron on top. Number 9, Z. That's right. We can say Z. Oh, but there's something else. I have to put that comma because there's 2 sounds that can make that, remember? It can be Z and S with that little line through it, that voiced, remember, like at the end of rose. All right, what about ah? O, very good, but short O. All right, on number 11, we're going to try to sound out some words. We're going to try to sound out stop. Stop. So what do we hear first? S, very good. Now, st, t, T, perfect. St, ah. O, and then p, p, P. Good job. All right, let's try number 12. We're going to try to sound out plan. P, p, p. P, very good. L, L, A, and then N, very good. And number 13, we're going to try to make our new sound of the day. So we're going to do D, D. That's right, D. All right, we're going to come over to number 14, and we're going to try to spell the word and. So we hear A, perfect. Then N, D, D, perfect. 15, D, D, I, and D. So I sounded it out for you. Let's see if we can read that word. Did, perfect. What about on number 16 if I try to spell the word sad? Sad. So first I hear S, D, perfect. All right, we're going to look at our first group of these 5 words that we're going to code together, and then we'll move on to the next one. So our first word, we have D-I-D. So where's our vowel? That's right, it's the I. And the I has that D, that consonant right behind it, so we know it's going to be closed, so it's going to be short. Good job. All right, on number 18, we have D-I-L-L. Where's our vowel in that word? That's right, it's the I. Okay, it's got that L right behind it, so it's closed, so it's going to be a short sound. Number 19, where's our vowel? That's right, it's the O. It's got a consonant right behind it, so it's going to be short because it's going to be closed. Good job. Number 20, where's our vowel? That's right, it's the O. It's got a consonant right behind it, so it's going to be short. Number 21. Oh, this has something else. What do you see at the end of that word? That's right. It's that suffix S. So I have to box off that S because that's my suffix. It's a different part. Remember, the suffix is different than the root word. Then I have to find my vowel. It's got that consonant right behind it, so it's still going to be short. All right, let's sound out those 5 words and see if we can figure out which one goes with the picture. Okay? So first we have did. Now we have ill. Uh-oh, I forgot to do something. I have 2 L's together, and when I have 2 L's together, remember that double consonant, I need to slash one of those out. So ill, dill. How about this one? Odd. Oh, I had another double consonant. I got to slash out one of those. Odd, odd. All. Oh, another one. I've got to slash that out. And our last one, oughts. So that's right. Doll was the picture. All right, let's head on down to the bottom. So I've got N-O. Well, I know that my vowel is O, but it's got nothing behind it, so that O has to be long. The consonant's not there. All right, what's my vowel in the next one? I. Very good. It's got a consonant behind it, so it means it's closed, so it's going to be short. Where's my O in the next word? That's right. Or where's my vowel in the next word? It's the O. It's got the consonant right behind it, so that means that O needs to be short. Where's my vowel in the next word? At the beginning, actually, right? It's A. It's got a consonant right behind it, so that vowel's going to be short. And 26? That's right. It's the A in the middle, and it's got a consonant behind it, so it's going to be short. All right, so when we sound out these words, remember this one has a macron, so it's going to be a long O, so we'd say N-O, no. Let's try this one. Slid, slid, very good. Pond, pond. And then and, and, stand. So which one of these pictures matches this picture right here? It's pointing at the water. That's right, it would be the word pond. All right, on the back sheet, remember you are just going to practice writing your uppercase D and your lowercase d, so you'd write them all the way across. Then on this one, you're going to try to spell out the word lid, the word pod, the word dots, the word list, the word stop, and the word slip. So remember, if you need help, I'm going to put the pages on behind it so you can check your work, all right? Awesome job. I'll see you tomorrow for lesson 15.